Websites, creating an APA reference and citations, a step-by-step guide. Why do we include references and citations in academic writing? Well, first, it's to support the ideas presented in academic writing within our papers. Second, it's to acknowledge previous research in a specific field or give credit to the author or authors of written or created works. When do you need to include a reference or citation? Well, you need to include a reference or citation when you are including a direct quote in your paper, when you are paraphrasing, which is expressing the same idea using different words in regards to an idea or concept or facts that have been written about or stated by another author or authors. And then when you are referring to an idea, concept, or facts that have been written about or stated by another author or authors, you would need to include a reference and citation. So let's look at an example of a website article that could be used in an academic paper. This article on Eleanor Roosevelt provides facts about the former First Lady of the United States. If we wanted to use information from this article, we would have to provide a reference for where we got the information from. The information that we would need to include in a reference in order is first, the author or authors, if known. Second, the year the article was published. If there is no author, this comes after number 3, which is the title of the article. Then we would include the title of the website, and then finally the web address of the website where we found the article. An example reference entry from the article would look like this. Let's go step by step on how to construct a reference from a website. First, we need to find who wrote the website article. In this example, the author is listed at the top of the page. For other website articles, the author's name could be located somewhere else on the page. To put the author's name in the reference, we will put the author's last name first, a comma, and then the initial of the author's first name or names. A period follows each of these initials. If there are 2 authors that are listed, you would follow the same format for each name, but they would be separated by a comma and an ampersand, also known as the and sign. For 3 or more authors, you would list all of the authors' last names and initials with a comma between each and a period after the last author's name. What if there is no author listed? If you look at this example where we remove the author's name, the title of the article would come first, followed by the date of publication of the article. Following the author's name, we need to enter the year that the article was published. This is put in parentheses or brackets and followed by a period. If no date for the article can be found on the page, you would enter N period D period in parentheses, which stands for no date. Following the year of publication, the name of the article is entered. This is also followed by a period. Next, we would include the name of the website or organization that published the article, followed by a period. Last, we would enter the website address where the article can be found. It is not necessary to end this entry with a period. So now that you know how to make the entry on the reference page, how do you cite information from the article within your paper? Looking at the article, what if we wanted to include the information underlined in red within our paper? If you want to directly quote the information exactly as it is written, you would put quotation marks directly before and directly after the quote. There is no period after the quote, but you would put the citation directly behind the quote. The format for this in-text citation is the author's last name, a comma, and the year of publication enclosed in parentheses. If there are 2 authors, you would separate them with the and sign. For 3 or more authors, you would put the first author's name, a comma, and then et al. Period, enclosed in parentheses. If you wanted to include the underlined information from the article but wanted to paraphrase the information or put it in your own words, you would still include an in-text citation after the information you are paraphrasing. The same formats for one, two, or three or more author citations is the same as direct quote citations. You can also paraphrase information while referring to the author or website if there is no author listed. In this example, the author is given credit and the year that the article was published is included after the author's name. This same format would be used if there were no author for the article.